Jeremy Corbyn, explain what just happened.
Incredible result for the Labour Party because people voted for hope. Young people and old people all came together yesterday. Very high turnout, huge increase in the Labour vote, and they did it because they want to see things done differently and they want hope in their lives. We put on more than 3 million votes yesterday.
It's left the country with a lot of uncertainty. I wonder what you hope happens next.
Well, we are ready to do everything we can to put our programme into operation. There isn't a parliamentary majority for anybody at the present time. The party that has lost in this election is the Conservative Party. The arguments the Conservative Party put forward in this election have lost. I think we need a change.
That's not quite true, is it? Labour is the party that lost.
We gained seats in every region of the country. We won 3 million more votes on a much higher turnout. I think that is a pretty good result.
Are you going to, it's clear the Conservatives are going to try and form a minority government, perhaps with the DUP. Are you going to try and block their every move, or are you going to be prepared to offer any kind of compromise?
What we were elected to do was put forward a programme which is about ending austerity in Britain, is about supporting our National Health Service and Social Care Service, is about proper funding of our education service, and is about improving the lives of people in this country through protection of the triple lock-on pensions, for example.
You sound like a man who's preparing to try and form the next government. Is that what you're expecting?
We are ready to serve this country. That is what we fought the election for, and this is the programme we put forward in our election.
But you've also said no deals, no pacts. Is that also the case?
We're offering to put forward the programme on which we fought the election. We have done no deals and no pacts with anybody. We're there as the Labour Party with our points of view. Everybody knows what they are, and everyone can see the huge increase in our support because of the way we conducted the election and the comprehensive nature of the programme we put forward.
Do you envisage then, that you would be able to form a minority government, or are we heading, as many people are predicting, for another general election?
Well, Parliament must meet, and Parliament will then have to take a decision on what happens when a government puts forward the Queen's speech. We will put forward our point of view. We are, of course, ready to serve.
Do you think that in all this uncertainty, the Brexit negotiations should be delayed? It's supposed to be happening in 11 days' time.
They're going to have to go ahead because the Article 50 has been invoked. The government in office in 11 days' time will have to conduct those Brexit negotiations. Our position is very clear. We want a jobs-first Brexit. Therefore, the most important thing is the trade deal with Europe, and I would have thought perhaps a good gesture from Parliament would be to vote now to agree that all EU nationals can remain in Britain.
Do you think, though, that there should be some kind of delay to Article 50 or any delay whatsoever in the negotiations?
Well, that is not completely in Britain's hands. That is a decision that has to be taken by the other parties to negotiations. We are ready to undertake negotiations on behalf of this country to protect jobs and have a sensible trade arrangement, tariff-free trade arrangement with Europe.
Do you think Theresa May should resign?
I said so last night at my own election count, that she fought the election on the basis that it was her campaign, it was her decision to call the election, it was her name out there, and she was saying she was doing it to bring about strong and stable government. Well, this morning it doesn't look like a strong government, it doesn't look like a stable government, it doesn't look like a government that has any programme whatsoever.
But you can't put forward a stable government either. Maybe you should resign.
We've just been elected to Parliament only a few hours ago, and my party has had a huge increase in its vote. We've gained seats all over the country, in every region of this country and in Scotland and Wales. I think everyone in the Labour Party and everyone who supported the Labour Party yesterday, young people, old people, everyone in between, I think they should be very proud of what we achieved yesterday.
Just to be clear, are you saying that you are the victors and that you should be forming the next government?
We put forward our policies, strong and hopeful policies, and they've gained an amazing response and traction. I think it's pretty clear who won this election.
So you should be forming the next government?
We're ready to serve the people who have given their trust to us. Yeah.
I spoke to one of your senior MPs last night, Clive Lewis, who said the result was good for Labour but bad for the country going into Brexit negotiations because now there's no one with a real mandate to take into those. What's your response?
We had an election yesterday. It's a democratic decision that's been made. We are very ready to go ahead with negotiating jobs first, tariff-free trade access to Europe.
Is a hung parliament good for the country?
A hung parliament is what we've been given. It's up to MPs to deal with that. We have a huge mandate from a huge increase in our support to carry forward a programme that challenges austerity, that challenges poverty and challenges inequality and gives opportunities for young people, for people in the middle, and gives protection for older people. That surely is a very important message that the people of this country, in every part of this country, have given us all today.
Thanks, Jeremy.